Welcome back to the Bernard Lee Poker Show. We are once again talking with the 2020 WSOP main event domestic kind of location champion, but also he was the 2021 Poker Gras main event champion and was named the Gulf Coast Player of the Year at the second annual Gulf Coast Poker Awards. Joe Hebert is joining us once again here on the Bernard Lee Poker Show. We had him on just a few months ago because obviously he was talking about his win at the WSOP main event, the one that was $10,000 buy-in, 2 days online, and then the final table live at the Rio. Talk a little bit about this next event. You go down to Harrah's, New Orleans, primarily because now how far is that for you? That's kind of your home casino, right?
Yeah, I moved an hour away, so I'm an hour away. I'm in Covington, Louisiana, so about an hour away.
Mm-hmm. So you know that these awards are going to be given out. They're asking you to come. It's the main event. They are announcing the main event awards throughout the breaks, which I think is really cool that they did that. Did they leave yours till the end?
They left mine to the end.
Yeah. So that's on Friday. Did they have multiple flights for the main event?
They had they had 4 flights. They had
4 flights.
Yeah, 1 Thursday, 1 Friday, and 2 Saturday.
Perfect. And so you played on Friday, didn't go as well?
Right, didn't go as well. I played Thursday night as well. I made it to the final 13 or 14. I busted right before the bag. And I decided to come play Friday right before because I actually didn't know I was getting the award. They didn't say anything to me. They told my wife that I was getting it. Like Bill was like, "Oh, just tell him, don't say anything to him that he's going to get it." And
right. But he might want to be there.
Exactly.
Yeah, it'd be real nice if he was there.
Yeah, I just got back from Vegas. So I just got back on the 29th from Vegas. So
got it. Were you playing some of the bracelet events?
I was playing the bracelet events and some live Venetian events, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I had
and
some
obviously
deep runs in some of the bracelet events, but it was a rough trip. But it was, it's how poker is, up and downs.
Of course. So you get the award. It's what an incredible place to get it to, kind of your home casino, right?
Right, exactly. And that's what made it even more amazing is, having my picture in my home casino, and I never thought that would ever happen in a million years.
Right.
Just to see that picture up there and then to be able to play at my home casino again, because it's been, 2 years almost since we played a tournament there. And just to be able to play again with see the locals and everybody else was really great.
How was it when you went back, kind of like that first time back, and now everyone sees you? It just must have been like homecoming hero coming back, right?
Yeah, like hometown hero. It really is like,
right.
And everybody was so genuine and so nice, and just so the gratitude was amazing. Like they accepted me with open arms. It was unbelievable. I really appreciated it. I'm not one for the spotlight, but it felt great.
Yeah. Of course, 100%. We talked obviously a lot about the hashtag for Linda for the main event domestic portion win, and I'm sure a lot of memories were flooding back because of that. Mm-hmm. How, we talked a little bit previously about how it has been to be recognized now playing, but how has it been for you playing? Because I've talked to a lot of WSOP main event winners. I've talked to a lot of champions in the world of poker. And the first thing that each one of them says is, that's right there. Smack right there. The bullseye's there. And it's, I remember Ryan Reese talking about it, saying like, you really for a while had to figure out, it's a new determination for each player to determine, are they playing against me because they just want to have a story against a main event champion? Are they really a good player? Are they trying to play well? Are they trying to just have a story? Did you feel some of that as well, especially the people who knew you?
100%. I tell my wife all the time, like, I 100% feel that way. They know who you are. They want to play against you and they want to beat you. Right. So they're going to play, it's more aggression. It's definitely, you definitely have to spot it and try and figure out, what's what. So it's really tough.
Right. Tough. You see these guys playing 10-7 offsuit because they just want to have the story of cracking your ace king or aces or jacks or whatever it is, right?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
a unforgiven. They just don't. They'll play any two against you,
Right,
just to try and
right,
bust you. You know?
right. Just so they can have that story because it's literally one of those scenarios. They have nothing to lose, right? If they lose, well, they're expected to lose to the champ.
Yeah.
And if they win, they're like, ha ha, how good could you be? I just
Yeah.
beat you,
Exactly.
that
I
kind
could
of
do
thing.
that. I can do that. Yeah. Same
Right,
thing.
right, right. I can play there too, that kind of thing. So
It's
for
an
the
ego
poker,
thing.
yeah, of course. And I guess
But it is.
in a lot of
That's what
respect.
poker's about.
Well, the
So,
interesting thing about poker, which I've said for many years, is that it is the only sport, and let's classify it as a sport for now. People can argue it is or isn't, but let's just, if it is, it's one of the few sports that you actually can be playing on the same venue and actually against those people. You can't do that in baseball. You can't do that in football. You can't do that in any of the major sports. The one other sport that somebody mentioned once was marathon running. When you run a marathon and they're running the real marathon, the Boston Marathon, New York Marathon, you're actually running on the same course that they are. That's a good point.
yeah.
But you cannot run next to them because those champions are always, they go out first, right? So there's like 100 of them that go out first, and then the next group, then all the amateurs go.
In groups. Yeah.
Right. So as a poker player, you could literally be sitting next to Phil Ivey on one side and Daniel Negreanu on the other side, and Phil Hellmuth across the table, right? I mean, Doyle Brunson on one side there.
Fun, though. That's what makes it
Yeah,
fun.
I mean, and that's what's so incredible, that you can actually have that experience. So
Anybody
it's
has
not
a
like,
chance.
right, it's not like in marathon running that someone could be like, okay, with 50 yards left to go, sprint, let's see who can make it. I mean, that's just not going to happen because they had all this other stuff. Whereas in poker, it potentially could happen. So it's in, it being that as a situation, hey, listen, if anyone had that opportunity, why wouldn't you take that opportunity, right? I mean,
Exactly.
if you could hit a game-winning shot over Michael Jordan, and you would take the shot, you miss, you
100%.
miss. So what?
You miss, you miss. Right. You had the opportunity.
Exactly. So when did you get through the first flight for Poker Gras?
I got through Saturday. The third day C.
So what was it? They played
They
down
won
to a
C.
certain number, or did they play to a certain level, or what?
They played down to, I think it was 10%. I think it was, or maybe it was 12%. 12% of the field they played down to.
And that was the money. Did everyone who make it through, they made the money?
So what they did was they did, like, say they had I think we had 219 players, and they paid 26, and then only 18 got through to day two. So they paid.
Got it.
Yeah, so they paid a certain. They said paid a certain percentage, but only a certain percentage made it to day two.
Got it. So technically, you could have cashed 4 times and not made it through.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
And I almost cashed the first night. I should have cashed, but I made a bad play. But so I could have cashed that night too, and then made it through another night. So you could cash 4 times and not make day two.
Right. I think they have that for some of the World Series events too. Like you can make it through, and then it just doesn't work out.
It's definitely a different scenario because they didn't go hand for hand for the portion of the day two portion, but they went hand for hand for the money portion.
Right.
So it does affect the style of play because people can stall and try and make day two, or they can do whatever. If they see somebody short, they can just sit there and stall. So
right.
It did affect the play a little bit.
But I'm sure that a lot of people went into day two then with like 6 big blinds. Like, I mean, just really short, crazy.
Yeah, they had some short stacks.
So everyone came back for day two. Probably not a lot of players, right? It was under 100, right?
I think it was only like 56 players.
Oh, wow. Crazy.
Yeah, I think that's what it was, 56 players. It went fast. It went super fast.
I was just about to say, like I said, because people are playing that way, I'm sure there were not just a handful. I'm sure there were a good number, probably 10, 15, 20% of the field. Less than 10.
The blinds were only 30 minutes for the main.
Oh, wow. Even more.
So it was quick. And then it was 40 minutes on day two.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit slower, but it still went super fast. So
Right. But what a dream scenario for you to win in your home casino. You get player of the year, you win the main event for you said about $40,000, right?
Yeah, 40,000. And I got 18th in the opening event. So I was like, man, this is
gotta love great. It. Gotta get more awards. It all works out well. So how did that final table go for you? Was it relatively smooth? Were you a chip leader going into that final table as well?
I was chip leader with the final 2 tables, and it just kind of cruised into
Yeah.
the final table. Everything went smoothly. I had one play where I got super low. I was down to 550,000 at 30K big, and gentleman Roger limped under the gun with aces, and he got one call, and I'm in the big blind with 7 deuce of hearts.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, let's see it. So the flop was queen 7 deuce.
Right.
So we got
There
in.
you
He
go.
has aces, and I double up. And after that, I just catapulted me to just crazy chips. And I went on and on, and I was chip leader at the final.
Right.
So.
If there's a lesson to be learned from that, do not do that. Don't limp with it.
He messaged me on Facebook about all. He's like, I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have did that.
Yeah, you shouldn't have done that. You think like it's going to work out well, but it's not going to work out well sometimes. Unfortunately, of course, you could have had Queen Jack and then lost, half your stack,
Exactly.
if not your entire stack. So I mean, we can't say that all the time, but unfortunately, that's what sometimes happens. Were a lot of family friends there when you won?
My dad was there. My sister was there.
That's great.
My son and my wife couldn't, they couldn't make it because they couldn't get in. But my dad was so excited to come see my picture. He came there Friday and also came on Sunday. So he was super excited. He doesn't gamble much, and he was playing $20 in a slot machine with my sister.
Yeah.
And they were playing $1, and he accidentally hit max bet, like accidentally, because he's like,
yeah.
And he won not the jackpot, but he won like $550. It was crazy. He was so excited. Like, yeah, I knew I came here for a reason.
That's great. So I assume your father's doing better after contracting COVID.
He got through COVID. He's fine. His birthday was August 2nd. He's 75 years old.
Oh, great.
So, yeah, he's doing great now. So
awesome. So talk a little bit about the future for you. We talked a little bit previously about the World Series, and it's all dependent, obviously, as this Delta variant continues. But kind of what's your thoughts about poker moving forward? Are you going to be doing a lot more traveling? Are you going to try to stay in the Louisiana area and play locally, play online? Like, what's kind of the thought process for you?
I would definitely like to stay in the Gulf Coast and play more here. I mean, I enjoy traveling. I would love to, travel to Europe and play a little bit, but it's all COVID dependent, because if it keeps going up and keeps going, we won't be able to travel at all. But I do enjoy my summers in Vegas, and I was going to enjoy my October and November in Vegas. I was looking forward to it, but that can all change as well.
Right.
If we pick up more tournaments in Biloxi and in New Orleans, I'll definitely stay in more in the South. And I know UC has a lot more tournaments going on now in their card rooms, so I'm actually going to travel there next week for the main event there.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, it's all up in the air. I'm just super excited for the next venture, and whatever happens. So.
Well, I mean, like you said, it was going to be very interesting for the World Series to be there in October, because it's actually a very, very nice time of the year. Me being a golfer, I was ecstatic. I was really excited because during the World, so for people who have not had the opportunity to travel to the World Series during the normal time, which is right after Memorial Day, usually the Wednesday after Memorial Day through like mid-July, the main event usually starts right around July 4th and then goes about 10 days. So that's really the World Series in a nutshell, about 7 weeks or so. And I would usually do a couple trips, 2 to 3 trips. My first trip was right around the second weekish kind of time frame, sometimes in the middle, and then obviously during the main. I could only bring my clubs during the first trip. That first week, and by the way, you'd have to tee off at like 6 o'clock anyway, like you really do. But for people who don't know, when it gets to July, you're waking up at 6 a.m. and it's like 88, 90 degrees already. Exactly. I mean, it's just at 11 o'clock, it's 115 degrees. It's unbearable. You can't play. But during like end of May, early June, if you get off at 6, even by 10, 11, it's hot, but it's like 90, 95, and it's okay. You can deal with it. But in October, exactly. It's bearable. But October Vegas, oh man. I mean, we were really looking forward to some good weather. I think it would have been very different.
Yeah, it's gonna be football season and everything. So it would have been awesome.
Right,
so
right.
Hopefully it still goes on and something happens, but fingers crossed. So I'm super excited if it does.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we'll obviously see what happens with it, and hopefully it does go off well. And mentioned before previously, I'm just really hesitant right now, and for better or worse, it may just have to wait another year again. The World Series will always be there, but knock on wood, it will work out, and players will come and et cetera. So we'll see how that all pans out. You did play some online, like you said, for the WSOP during the summer. No plans to go overseas to play GG poker stuff?
I think actually I'm going to go play the main in GG September 1st through the 8th. I'll be in Cancun.
Oh,
So
okay, good, nice.
I'll play the main out there, and hopefully it goes well. It's actually supposed to be a couples trip, but I'm bringing my laptop to play. Don't tell her that though.
Yeah, we're going to Cancun.
Exactly. So I'm super
Well,
excited for that. So
that's great.
yeah,
You're going to be asking to go to the pool. Why don't we go to the pool at 8 in the morning? Why are we waking up so early?
Yeah, you sleep. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to go back to the hotel room around 12. You just stay out there. We'll be fine.
Exactly.
That's
So
nice. That's nice.
I'm
Yeah.
super excited
Yeah.
about that.
It'll be interesting to see how that all goes. So, but Joe, congratulations again on all your success. Well done. Obviously, what a great story. As I mentioned, I wrote that column in Metro West Daily News here in the Massachusetts area about, really it was kind of entitled "Hashtag for Linda." It was very well received. My editor actually said he loved the story, and so that was great. And obviously, I had you on the show, and your successes keep rolling. Hopefully, it will continue for you, and you'll be able to play live and be able to continue moving forward. So wish you all the best. Look forward to seeing you in person, hopefully soon. We'll grab a beer to celebrate, my friend.
Super excited, Bernard. Thank you for having me, and thanks everybody for listening. Appreciate it.
Joe Hebert here again, the 2020 WSOP Main Event domestic champion, also the 2021 Poker Gras Main Event champion, and also won Player of the Year for the second annual Gulf Coast Poker Award. Stay tuned. We're going to continue our interviews of winners. During this summer, we had so many winners come out of it. Mark Safe had a double win at the Venetian. We also have other bracelet winners as well, and some other surprise guests as we lead up to the World Series in Las Vegas. And as always, may you always go in with the best hand, and may you never get unlucky. Good night, everybody.